Coming up on Scoreline, drama in the Championship, the price to make the Premier League. Southampton caught up in the Spygate scandal. We have all of the details coming for you. The Europa League final this week. Unai Emery used to pray for times like this, getting into his meat meal bag. We look ahead to Aston Villa in the Europa League final. And of course, Premier League action, the Battle at the Bridge, the remix. Tottenham fighting for their lives with our North London rivals, actually lifting the Premier League trophy. Was it worth the wait? We'll find out on Scoreline.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me. Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events. It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days, but the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion!
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
If I look crazy, it's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in two worlds.
There are others. But they're not like us. We need to get out of here. Now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And relive the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars! What a difference she has made!
The question is, can you handle it?
Tell me, can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
I lost my dad and my aunt.
What aren't you telling me?
I'll never know what you've gone through, but I'm sure your dad will want you to be happy.
I will not lose the company that my husband started. I want success. Get it for me.
This business will bleed you dry.
Dad, I'm playing on the house's money now.
No, you're playing with the devil's money.
What's the plan here?
Gonna blow!
Yeah, well, I'm just getting started.
Landman. All episodes now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
Absolute scenes, welcome in here to Scoreline, sponsored by Taco Bell. Of course, Chris Whittingham, JD Dyer. We're here on the day that Arsenal have been crowned the 25-26 champions of England. Smile to your face, Chris Whittingham, yes or no?
Yeah, it's beautiful to watch all the Arsenal fans have been waiting for so long, more than 2 decades. They've been waiting to win this title. This is a day where I know a lot of Arsenal fans, and there'll be tears. There'll be tears today. It's a special day for those fans.
We'll talk about tears of joy, maybe. But let's dive into exactly how it happened, because it was implications in other games that actually was able to crown Arsenal the Premier League champions, Bournemouth versus Man City. Let's head to a nice little highlight in the 28th minute, Chris.
Yeah, Erling Haaland's going to get an opportunity here, and Manchester City had their moments in this game. I will say, though, Bournemouth are fantastic and probably deserving winners on the day. There's that chance that eventually falls to him on that near post, ball pinging around that penalty area, and eventually Haaland just whacking it off of a defender who's waiting there on the line. Here would come, though, the opening goal of the game. Bournemouth flying down that left side, Adrien Truffert with that cutback. And this is a brilliant finish here from Junior Krupi to make it 1-0 to the Cherries.
Yeah, most goals by a teenager in his Premier League debut that really showcases in terms of what Krupi has done this year. there. And we go into the second half because Man City were not going to give up without a fight.
Not at all. Antoine Semenyo, the former Bournemouth player, joined City in January. Erling Haaland slipped ball in behind, and Nico O'Reilly could easily have scored in the first minute. Doku was there to try and follow in, but that's a big save from George Petrovic to keep this at 1-0. And Manchester City, while obviously needing to preserve their hopes in the title race, Bournemouth are also playing for Champions League football here as well. But then, 95th minute, Rodri off the post, and Erling Haaland follows in with 90 seconds left to play. There's still a chance to take this to the final day of the season for Manchester City, but in the end, they could not mount the comeback. It finishes 1-1. Manchester City, with 1 game to go, are 4 points off of Arsenal, which means that for the first time since 2003-04, Arsenal are the champions of the Premier League.
Yeah, you can see the infamous C next to their names because that is an important moment in terms of what Arsenal, and Chris just alluded to it. 20 years they've waited to be crowned champions of England. 82 points after 37 games was enough, and you can see it's all over the social medias because Arsenal have crowned themselves, and you know they're the king of socials, especially online. Talk about presents, the campaigns they do, and everything else in between. So it might be insufferable for some of the other fans, but I know who it's not insufferable for, and that's James Benge. James, are you alive? You alive and kicking? You good? I like the fact that your connection is there. The smile on your face tells me you're surrounded in North London. Hopefully you will make it home tonight, but just tell me first of all in terms of the scenes that surround you, mate.
My house is the other side of this ever-increasing mass of Arsenal fans. I mean, tens of thousands already. I sort of stepped out of my door at the final whistle. I'm very lucky to live in this part of town. And people were just sort of standing there not knowing what to do. And then one car started honking, and then it was thousands. I mean, this seems hilarious. I've never seen this. Well, because I like many people in the I've never seen this moment. I thought it might not come again. 22 years is it's a generation. And you're seeing a lot of people here right now who have not seen Arsenal win the league, who can barely remember. And it is sheer, unexaggerated limbs. It's limbs. And it's only about to get crazy over the next few hours.
Limbs is an interesting way to describe it, Benj. I can see that you're going back and forth and trying to survive in terms of crowd. How many people do you reckon is around you right now as you're walking from your apartment to the Emirates?
I had a look 15 minutes ago, and I would have thought we were well over 10, 15,000. And the numbers keep growing. I mean, honestly, there's police vans all around here just to keep the streets safe. But I mean, it was the most jubilant, happy. I mean, there's no it was just everyone wanting to be here. Not really sure what they're supposed to do now they're here, but chanting, singing, and kind of making these memories that will stay with them forever.
And James, we saw all throughout the season the atmospheres inside the stadium where there was almost a level of pressure and a level of tightness and a level of stress. After all of that, after suffering through 10 months of this, after suffering through several years of second place finishes, what is this release? What is this feeling for this fan base right now?
I cannot describe it. I mean, look, it's my own lived experience. An Arsenal fan. I was 13 years old when Arsenal last won the league. You've had so long to prepare yourself for disappointment, if I would describe it. Second, third year of winning the title. I think many thought maybe it's just never going to be our third. And then especially, the Bournemouth a few months ago, the City, everyone was readying themselves for the worst possible news at the end of the season, and it's just a dream for everyone that supports Arsenal.
Benj, I'm going to fully forgive you for your signal going in and out because I could probably imagine you're in the midst of a celebration. I can't imagine how many phone signals are in around you. But I want to allude to one thing you just spoke about, that 13-year-old boy, right, who used to go to probably Highbury in the Emirates and enjoy those moments. Could you quantify what it means to you tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting. When Arsenal won the league when I was 13 years old, that was 2 doubles that they'd had in the years before. They'd just gone invincible, about to move to the Emirates. I thought this was just what Arsenal were. And it's so much sweeter when you realise that this isn't normal, even for one of the 4 or 3 biggest clubs in England. This is earned. You have to do it the hard way. Everything has to be perfect. The players have to be exemplary as footballers and as leaders, and then it all comes together in nights like this, and it's sweeter than the Invincibles. It's going to be even sweeter when I'm down whatever pub is still open after this.
I presume they have to all be open tonight. All the pubs have to be open tonight until 5 a.m., I hope.
The Tollington, which is the main Arsenal pub, is shut. And I mean, God, that's a lot of money to miss out on.
Benj, look, as your teammate, I'm going to tell you now, go and live it for everybody else. You're right in the heart of it, and you deserve this moment, mate. I can't believe you turned around and said on national TV you're an Arsenal fan, but I'll hold that against you.
If you can't say it now, when are you going to say it?
Exactly.
I'll see you guys maybe next month when the hangover's.
By the way, that's one of our chief correspondents from the Premier League, James Benj, enjoying his night tonight. Chris,
as he should.
Whitty, I want to just bring it in studio for a real moment, because what I really wanted to allude to is that Benj spoke about the journey, the 22 years, the ups, the downs, the pains, the disasters, the crumbles that have gone into a number of campaigns for Arsenal. The relief is what I gathered from what I took from that conversation the most. But what do you think was the most important moment of this season where Arsenal started to believe?
Well, I mean, let's be clear that before the international break and then with that defeat to Manchester City, there was a moment, I think, where it looked like it was wobbling. And Manchester City looked like they were the favourites, I think, coming out of the international break after they beat them in the Premier League, after they beat them in the Carabao Cup final. And really the moment that's, hinges everything is the draw for Manchester City against Everton. And the fact that Arsenal in the very next game, I believe, was against Newcastle, they came out and took care of business. And they really, at no point since Manchester City dropped those points, other than that West Ham VAR review, ever looked like they were ever going to slip up from there, which is not a guarantee, because you mentioned all those maybe moments, all those maybe chances that they've had. But realistically, this is their reward for a campaign largely of incredible stability, incredible defending. They lead the Premier League in clean sheets with 19. They've been fantastic defensively, and they have done enough going forward in order to create their advantages in games. They win games 1-0, they win games 2-1. It doesn't matter, they win games. And I think they have forged an identity through kind of teetering on different sorts of styles of play over the course of several seasons. They've settled on the way that this group plays. They mastered set pieces, they mastered defending, and that's how they're able to win this Premier League. But ultimately, to answer your question, it's relatively recent that I thought they were going to win it. It was when City drew that game against Everton.
I think when you look at the turning points, obviously you've identified that being a major one. But at what point do you think this squad internally started having that confidence? Because you talk about the wobbles, they would have heard the question marks outside, they would have seen all of the question marks that's been from previous campaigns. At what point do you reckon internally they said to themselves, no, we're going to be champions this year?
I would imagine, based off the way that Arteta projects himself and the way that the squad projects himself, from day one. I really think that just on the basis of they finished second the last 3 seasons. We've seen Manchester City go through an up and down period. We see Liverpool at the start of the season. They signed incredibly well. They had this incredible reinforcement. It didn't turn out to be what everyone thought it was going to be, but I think they would have considered themselves as one of the contenders. And then you go on to accrue a lead in the Premier League. You're 8, 9, 10 points clear. You finish as the top side of the Champions League phase, winning every game that you play in the league phase. And you look around, and at one point in December or January, we say, this is the best team in Europe. Who's stopping these guys? They have since kind of gone a little bit topsy-turvy since then, and we'll see if they are the best team in Europe when they play PSG in a little more than a week's time. But I think that internal belief would have been there. I just think this feels like a little bit of a mental thing for them. They just needed to shed the pressure and shed all of the heartbreak that the fans were projecting onto the players. The players have experienced some of it, but not all of it. But I think now that it's finally happened, I can see them going on a bit of a run from here. And we'll talk about longer-term success more. But I can see that first hurdle being clear. Okay, we don't have to stress out about every single kick of every single game every week. We can actually go on and play our game and enjoy ourselves now going forward.
To quote the great Kobe Bryant, they say the job's not done yet because, as what you just alluded to, they still have the Champions League final to contest in. But at this moment, we can confirm that Arsenal have confirmed themselves as the champions of England for 25-26. So we'll take it from the streets of North London to back here in the studio. And we've got Troy Deeney coming up after the break.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me. Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events. It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days, but the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion.
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
If I look crazy, it's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in two worlds.
There are others. But they're not like us. We need to get out of here. Now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And relive the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars! What a difference she has made!
The question is, can you handle it?
Can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
I lost my dad and my aunt. What aren't you telling me?
I'll never know what you've gone through, but I'm sure your dad will want you to be happy.
I will not lose the company that my husband started. I want success. Get it for me.
This business will bleed you dry.
Dad, I'm playing on the house's money now.
No, you're playing with the devil's money.
What's the plan here?
Gotta blow!
Yeah, well, I'm just getting started.
Landman. All episodes now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
It's over! Arsenal are Premier League champions!
You did it. Champions go on when others stop. This is your time. Now, go on and enjoy every moment.
When Arsene Wenger joined the club in 1996, he came with fresh ideas. The foundation that he wanted to leave with this club, from Ian Wright all the way through to Eberechi Eze, you can see it's not just a lifestyle, it's a family when you think about Arsenal. They've set the standard, they've changed the way that football is looked at, and more importantly, they've given hope to many fans in North London that this could be one day replicated and enjoyed. So from Declan Rice to Mikel Arteta to even Miles Lewis-Skelly and everything else in between, Arsenal can definitively say that they deserve to be crowned champions for 2025-26. 82 points is what it took. Of course, the first Premier League title since the Invincibles 03-04 era. The set pieces will be no doubt a conversation piece that we'll bring in Troy Deeney for in a second. But the goals against and the clean sheets has been the foundation of what they built this Premier League season on. And I called his name. And like the Candyman, you say it 3 times and he arrives. I'm going to enjoy this segment. Let me tell you why, because that is really my friend. I've known this guy for a long time, and I know we have some real conversations off camera. And this is one that I'm definitely going to enjoy with Chris in between. So hoodie on, yeah? Troy Deeney, give me your initial reaction now that Arsenal have been crowned the champions of England.
Can you hear my house? Can you hear this?
I can hear it all. I like this. I like this. I like this. Let him know. Troy, initial thoughts?
I love being at home, as you can tell, guys. Look, all seriousness, the best team won, didn't they? The best team won. That's it. So we've spoken for a long time, Jay. I have fun, I have banter, but I also man up. When you give it, you got to be able to take it. And it's been a long hour and 20 minutes already.
Well, for Arsenal fans, it was a long 22 years. So I think you're only just beginning to make that trade-off. We kind of wanted to talk with you about the journey that Arsenal has been on from a playing standpoint, going from a team that, when Arteta took over, there was this idea he was going to try and recreate Guardiola's football. That's not really what they won with. How did you track how they went from where Arteta started to where they are now?
I'm so glad we're having a real conversation. I thought this was going to just be where you give me crap all day. But I'm glad we're having a real conversation. No, look, I've said it for many years now. I think Arteta has been fantastic, made some unbelievable calls to get rid of Aubameyang, Ozil, Lacazette. These are huge names, but also names that were delivering at the time as well. He made a massive call to go young, to embed a culture, and to develop, to basically say, right, I don't care what you did before. We're going to be hard to beat. We're going to be resilient. And then we will hopefully have more goals to show for it. I think now this will be like Rory at the Masters. That's what I've been saying for a few weeks now. I think once they've won, that shackle and that relief will be like, oh. I just had one of my friends on the phone. I don't think I'm going to call him a friend after the way he just spoke to me. But one of my friends on the phone while the Man City game was going. And the second Haaland scored, he stopped talking. He went, oh, it's going to happen. We're going to lose it. Like, just for a split second, that nervous energy came straight back out. And it was like, that's what 22 years of not being able to win the title looks and feels like for Arsenal fans. So I think now Rory at the Masters is how I feel. If you look at the rest of the league, and you've got to talk about it right now for them winning, and well done. I will keep saying that, well done. Man City are all over the place. Pep looks like he's leaving. You've got Man United, who are nowhere near it. Why is my stuff doing thumbs up? I just realised that.
I want you to enjoy this moment, that's all.
Yeah, even the iPad's taking the mick out of me. But Man City are all over the place, aren't they? Man United are not where they want to be. Chelsea are all over the place. When you start to look, Liverpool aren't where they want to be. It feels like this is Arsenal's moment, not only for today, but for potentially the next 3, 4, 5 years. So, listen, I'm going to get stick, but I'm always honest, and fair play to them. Jay, I'm going to give you some credit. JD, you have been through it this year.
I have.
You've been through it.
Between you,
I've got a few videos.
Nigel, Carlo, some names at the station, I've been through it.
Yeah, but you stood strong. Even when you were supposed to, say it was the quadruple, you never did say that. You never said it was going to be a treble. You was hopeful of a double, if I remember correctly.
100%.
And you could be right. And one of the few times in life, and my wife is going to hear it, my kids are going to hear it, this doesn't happen often, guys, Troy was wrong.
Wow. I'm going to take that quote because not only were you a legendary player, right, but you gave some legendary quotes. And I seem to remember you being very honest and open about calling out Arsenal for their lack of bottle, their lack of skill, and their lack of composure to complete the job. Right? So now you look at this team, do you feel like there's a completely different perspective you have when you reflect?
Jay, I've said that for 2.5 years. The problem when you say something, it goes, obviously, what the kids would call viral 8 years ago or 9 years ago now, whatever it was, it sticks because, and it hurts so much because I was obviously an active player at the time and I was talking straight after the game. And typically, you know me, I just say what I see. I don't really think too much. And that then hurt Arsenal fans, hurt Arsenal pundits. I remember Paul Merson, Keown, all those boys giving me a bit when I was playing. Fair enough. But what happened over the next 3 years of that was Arsenal fans come onto my side and go, do you know what? You were maybe right. But what I've been consistent with, under Arteta, there's one thing that you know. This team is big, strong, they're competitive. And if you want to beat them, you're going to come off the game as an opposition player going, wow, they were physical. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So they've completely shifted that now. And I was just talking to my son again, as you know, 16-year-old. He's been through it just worse than you, JD. He thought it was going to be the quadruple, the treble. Now they're going to beat PSG 5-0. He just told me. So what I just said to him is the one thing you do know about that final is PSG were going to be in for a game, and PSG are going to know that set pieces they have to be on it. It's going to be hard to break them down, and if they do that, then they've got a chance. But Arsenal have been great, so you have to tip your hat. Like I did last year for Liverpool. It's not about everybody else and where they haven't been or the standards they haven't reached. There has to be a consistency, and the team at the top are Arsenal, and they've been consistent. Fair play to them.
Now, this comes off the back of yesterday. Pep Guardiola, all the reporting was he's leaving Manchester City. Obviously, it was Manchester City drawing today. That is the reason why Arsenal are the champions. With them now seemingly taking a step back, with Liverpool needing to go again, with Chelsea needing to go again, can we see Arsenal getting on a bit of a run here and maybe controlling English football for the next few years?
Absolutely. It pains me like deep in my chest to say it, but absolutely. Because when you really think about it, look, this is why they annoy me. Why are you showing me this, guys?
They're hating your heart.
The picture in picture is beautiful.
Oh, Troy, the thing is,
Anyway.
deep down, you love it. You absolutely love it.
Of course. Listen, the one thing with me, JD and Chris, is it's football. This is not serious to me, as you know. My life is great. This football thing, we talk about it, I give my opinion. I can give people stick, I can take stick. I mean, I just had the father-in-law on the phone crying because he's never, he's made 22 years he's been waiting for this and he's crying. I'm like, grow up. But that's what it means to people. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? To me, I would never do that. If Birmingham City won the league, I'd never cry. But to other people, this is what it means. So who am I to downplay it? Who am I to talk bad on it? Fair play to wish you all the best. I think when you talk to the dominance, who's going to be the nearest contender? Everybody else is in a pickle. Arsenal have been building for this for the last 6 years. And if you go back through the records, JD, especially as an Arsenal fan, look, I've been consistent. They need to stay with Arteta. Even if they lost this year, the only question would be how much longer do you give him? But the team is built. The squad's young. There's competition for places. And dare I say it, and JD, if you're being really honest right now, there's room for improvement. The left-hand side can be better. The strikers can be better. Zoom's doing my head in. I'm sorry for that. But, there's still room for improvement. And that's an interesting part now, isn't it? How do you redevelop a squad? And I'm going to throw a question back to you guys because I don't... A friend of mine just said he thinks they're going to be like more attacking next year. Why? Why would they be? You've just won playing one way. Why are you going to change it?
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
I think from within the same structure, I think they can maintain that structure and just have a little bit more fluidity in attacking areas. I think that's possible. But I think the first priority is to maintain that which you're doing right now, and then maybe add a little bit more flair. Maybe you get more from Gyökeres next season that he's settled. But I think the first and foremost thing is you maintain the thing that got you here.
No, I agree. The Gyökeres thing is interesting as well because I've just won a lot of money this year as well. Because I told people he's not going to get you 20 goals in the season in the Premier League. Purely Premier League. He's not going to outscore Haaland in the Premier League. But because the team's so good and the system's so good, the goals he has scored obviously have helped. But he hasn't scored against any of the top teams, JD.
Yep.
He hasn't scored against City. He hasn't scored against United. He hasn't scored against any of those teams. So there's still room for him to improve. And again, it's really hard to have a real biased opinion without coming across like a hater. Do you get what I mean? I'm just trying to have a genuine conversation. I think there's still room for him to grow. Is he enough to is that squad as currently constructed in a position to do exactly the same next year? I don't know. I don't know is the answer.
I respect
would you
it.
agree?
I respect it. No, I do. I think you posed some great questions. I think you've definitely posed some food for thought. I think the most important thing is, though, Arsenal crowned as champions, and I'm here on Scoreline with my boy Chris Whitty, and Troy Deeney is the first person that we wanted to make sure we scapped in after James Bench. That enough
by the way,
is enough for me to smile.
Didn't run.
Never run. I tell you that now for free. Always.
I've gone from doing the garden to back in here with you guys, making sure that things are all sorted.
10 toes down.
JD, congratulations. Arsenal, congratulations. Ian Wright, congratulations. Who else do I need to say to? Thierry Henry, congratulations. Martin Keown, I'm never going to say congratulations. Anyway, congratulations, Arsenal fans.
Merce, maybe?
Deeney, I appreciate you each and every
maybe.
time, mate. Can't wait to see you in the office next time round. Yeah, lunch is definitely on him.
Thankfully, I fly to England tomorrow. I'm not going to see you ever again.
After the break,
JD,
we switch our
remember this
attention to
before
the
you
other
go.
side of
Whoa,
North
whoa,
London.
before you
Okay,
go.
quickly, go on, because the advertisers still got to pay.
Remember this. 10 days' time, you're going to lose in the Champions League. Then, after that, it's the World Cup. Enjoy it, because in 2 weeks' time, no one's going to care about this. It's going to be gone. Don't worry about it. I'm back. I'm staying 10 toes down.
While we still got him, we'll be back for more Scotland after this.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me. Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events. It's going to be the biggest year yet.